Hello, lieutenants. Beautiful day, 4th of July today. I got all my chores done. Look, see all the dirt and the grease? Change the what do they call it? Change the chain. There we go. That's poetic on my motorcycle. Now that I'm done with my chores, I can go ahead and play. Now, I talked to someone, called me up, wanted to consult me, younger man, James, won't mention last names, and he had a great question. Recent graduate, he's been in the field, I think now, postgraduate for like 2 years. And he asked, he was talking about his job and how it wasn't really challenging. He says, yeah, I'm kind of looking for a job that's kind of a bit more of a challenge. He says, does such a thing exist? And I don't even think he asked that, but maybe I jumped on it. Regardless, the point is this. No job is challenging to college graduates in a relevant or semi-relevant field. If you're in a high-end field like nuclear engineering, or and I'm only speaking from hearsay from other people in the field, they can't afford to have you dicking around with petty stuff. But certainly business majors, finance, accounting, stuff like that, marketing, whatever, your STEM fields, it doesn't matter how smart you are or what you've been trained for. You will never have challenging or rewarding work. They're never going to give you responsibilities. Well, it's a lot like this. It's like officer training at West Point. When you go to any kind of officer school, they're training you to be put in charge of men. However, in the military, they're not fucking around. They are going to put you in charge of men. You will be in charge of men. Unlike college, you have all this training, especially in finance. I could testify to this. I remember I could do efficient frontier analysis, discounted cash flow, net present value, same thing. I could program models, but those jobs are reserved for ass-kissing, brown-nosing MBAs, CFAs, CPAs, BBAs, DDAs, MAAs, AAAs, and all these other acronym type people who've been kissing ass and brown-nosing for 20 years and have gray hair if they haven't lost it already. Now, it doesn't matter if you're capable of doing it. It doesn't matter if you're better than them. I could do the calculus on efficient frontier and Tobin stuff by hand before these people could do it on their calculators, because there's only so many of those. That's the cream. Those are the jobs that are reserved for 20 years of loyalty. Those are the most sought after jobs. You, graduating from college, despite how much capable you are going to be spent the majority of time doing the shit work that all these old farts don't want to do. Right? In other words, a lot of college degrees, I would not include the humanities in this, although it may feel like a lot of college degrees train you way beyond what you're ever going to do in the first decade of your career. And the truth is, you'll forget at least 70% of the stuff, if not more than that, unless you start using. Like, I've already forgotten the calculus involved using efficient frontier analysis. I'm certainly shoddy now in my discounted cash flow. Modeling, I'm actually pretty good. And even my statistics have taken I'd say a significant hit by like 50%, but I've at least retained about 50% of it. And again, the reason why is if you're not going to use it, you'll lose it. And that's true in most of these fields that you're going to graduate. So it's very misleading, and I wish I addressed it in my book, Worthless, but I can't remember everything or being all-inclusive. But it's definitely something that you're going to be let down about, because not only are you in it for making money and all that, you probably majored in something that you had an intellectual interest in. And you're like, oh wow, this is really neat, this is really cool, I want to do it, let's try that. No, you're going to fax. No, you're going to fill out these forms. No, you're going to do all this crap. And the only reason the only way you're using your degree is because you're working at a bank and you majored in accounting, or you're an advertising agency and you majored in marketing, but we're still going to have you make coffee. Now, the solution, I always like to give solutions. The solution to that is you're kind of at a 50-50, or not 50-50, you're a rock and a hard place. Again, this is why you don't try until you're 35. No one's going to take you seriously fresh out of college. And truthfully, you may as well just fuck around and become a ski bum until you're at least 30, and then maybe go to college, or take that same degree and start applying for jobs, and then maybe your skill level will match the jobs that you can get. But if you're fresh out of college, going to go to school, the challenge and the responsibility, no matter how capable you are of it, is just not going to be there. The other thing I would do, and this is not good career advice based on what older generations have told you, but you know how smart and wise they are. I would quit immediately if you find out the job does not match the job description. The job description is great. Oh yeah, it's challenging, blah, you're going to try this, do this, blah, blah. And they'll use the euphemistic titles. But then, you know, they'll also kind of hide it in there, 40% ad hoc analysis or ad hoc projects, which means we really don't know what we're going to have you do, but we want you to do crap jobs that no one else wants to do. I just quit. Just quit on the job and then just, go find another thing. But it's not like you're going to find another one. You're going to be jumping from frying pan to frying pan, because none of these jobs that are going to be offered to you at that age are going to have any challenge. So one frying pan or the other, choose it. About what I recommended to young James is, suck it up. Just realize there is no challenging job out there for you college graduates. There is no rewarding career. Just suck it up, knock out enough money to pay back your student loans, maybe build up a little bit of a reserve, and then become the ski bum. Go to Thailand, go teach English in China, I don't know, do whatever it is you want to do. But at least make it so that your college, the job, okay, how could I put it? At least make sure that the job you got with your degree, no matter how pathetic, pays off that degree and you don't have any student debt. That's what I would recommend. It's going to suck. It's going to be mind-numbing, boring bullshit work that no one wants to do. Even to this day, hell, I was in the most recent real job I had. Even then, at least 70% of the time was dicking around doing nothing. It was doing mind-numbing bullshit. Yes, it was in the field, and yeah, the other 30% was actually somewhat challenging, and I dusted off the rust. I looked good after that. But even then, at least half, I don't care how advanced you are, half your job is going to be doing bullshit, not in your field. And that's not your fault. That's the fault of previous generations who have so mismanaged corporate America and the employers to the point that they can't fully avail themselves of your abilities and your skills because they have so mismanaged. Basically, here's another little bit of advice, and this is in part why you're never going to be challenged to the full extent that you're capable of. At least half of your work is going to be spent cleaning up the messes of previous generations and previous employees. That truly is. Now, banking, it's worse. It's like 90%. But every place I've been, you're not working and advancing and trying to get new business or develop or innovate new products or try and do new and better things. It's not process improvement. It's going to be cleaning up somebody's fucked up mess. That's why most of your jobs are going to say. And guess who falls upon fresh out of, it's you college graduate that they're going to have the fun to do. Look up ARC loans. If anybody in finance, they'll I could guarantee you the comments, they're going to be, try and get your money back on an ARC loan from the feds. Try and get your guarantee from them. That's fun. And if any of you took an ARC loan, I hope you die in fucking hell, because I'm sure one or two of you of the millions that took it. But look up ARC loans. There's a nice little economic homework assignment for you. See just how screwed up and how totally hopeless America is if you look at ARC loans. So that's it. So don't get excited about your career prospects. If you want to see what a job in your field is like, get an internship, because I guarantee you, you're going to be doing the exact same shit that you did as an intern as a full-time employee. It's just that you get paid when you're a full-time employee. So that's it. That's all. Before I forget, I'm out. I'll have to light that up again. Everyone I know, there's Worthless. That's certainly going to help you guys. But a lot of people, you can consult me. You can pay me, and I'll consult you. But it's pricey. I charge about $65 an hour. Instead, for a lot cheaper, you could just buy this top shelf. This is the best of. See, and here's a girl punching me. See, that was funny. And it's thick too. It's like 400 pages of wisdom. Good wisdom. My best writing right here. It may not always address your career concerns, whatever concerns, but there's a lot of wisdom that basically, here's what what this really is. This is almost a decade worth of experience from a guy who was 26 to 36. So if you kind of consider me like an older brother, and you're graduating from college, you want to console, what did my older brother, how do I not fuck up? How do I gain from other people's mistakes? Right here. I'm deadly serious. I'm not just trying to make money. I am trying to make money. But this stuff, it's, and yeah, it's not even an issue of the price. It's more the time it take you to read this. But you could skim through the topics. But really, here's the irony. I wrote very good books, worthless, very helpful, Enjoy the Decline, very helpful. This one is just as helpful, but because it's not topic specific, it doesn't really get that marketing aspect. But I'd recommend doing this. So get this. You won't be let down. Certainly not. That's all I got. Toodles.